me tell you something. I went for a 5 mile run today because I was scared because I had this job interview today. The job interview, I was on the call. He said it started at 7:30. Turns out I actually misheard it, and it starts at 7:30 p.m. So I was actually behind. Funny thing is, I'm still up. I was so scared. That meeting, during the comment of that meeting, it was in my head all night. I couldn't get the thought out of my head. It's so scary. And yes, don't get me wrong, I've been to interviews in the past, but this was a different beast, and I couldn't help but feel scared. And it's only natural, I'm human. No? I still went after it, same way I did with the many other interviews, and cold calling you have to do to try and get a job. It's hard. And so I went for my 5 mile run. It was brutal. My legs were killing me. 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. in the morning, and I did that until 6:15 to get home. Then a woman ran past me, really fast paced, outpaced me. And then during that run, she stopped for 1 second, 1 to 5 seconds. And then I was like, I got you. I took your soul. And then I go ahead and momentum happened. And we know with momentum, so you keep going forward, you keep going forward. You're in that flow. And the same woman behind that had great pace when running, she couldn't catch up. And that competitive spirit sparked within me during that run. It was just me and her in that run. Everyone else was just going to work and whatnot. It was a dark 5 a.m. in the morning. Bearing in mind it's winter morning. So I kept running. This run wasn't so much so to achieve the 5 mile run, though it was also at the same time, but more so to prepare me mentally for the interview to come, because I'm so scared right now. I'm terrified. Yeah, I work out hard. I'm disciplined. You can still be scared. I am scared. I was scared. That's courage, and that's the only way to reach the top. You to do things that become scary. Everything I've done in my life, it was scary at one point. I conquered it, and now it's not scary. This is another example of that. And the funny thing is, as I was doing my running, I was swearing a lot, just to spark something, to ignite something. I love David Goggins quotes. I remember a quote I specifically said during that run is, I'm 18 years old, man, running at 5:30 a.m. in the morning, dark, cold. I was like, what the fuck you do with this? No one. And I said no one during that run as well. And I used it to fuel me to keep going forward. I even said to myself, I'm scared of an interviewer. He's fucking asleep. I just assumed he was asleep. I was like, he's fucking asleep. What's he doing? I'm out running. Funny thing is, we fast forward after the painful run, and I conquered it despite how difficult it was, because I was really disciplined in the head, and I know what I want out of life, and I know the rewards and the fruits that you can bear from these hard days, which is a good life of freedom to do whatever you want in the future. I went after it today, and I worked really hard. Now I was still scared. The thought was still in my head, but I did my meditation session on the bed, and I felt a lot more calmer, and I did 5 minutes of gratitude. I was still so scared, so I started praying to Jesus Christ, because I can't do nothing without him. I seek power from him through prayer every day, and he gives me the power to keep going after it, going out hard, working out hard. During the meeting yesterday at 10 p.m, this was the most scariest part because it was close to my bedtime. Well, I was more so 9 p.m. times like that. It was close to my bedtime, and I didn't really want to call, but I knew it had to be done, so I called him. And we spoke on the phone. He scheduled a meeting at 7:30. Now, he did not specify whether that would be AM or PM, so I'd assume it'd be as early as possible. Our work shift usually starts at 9:30 to 6:30. He works within the company, so I assumed he'd be at the office maybe an hour early or not. So I gave him a call. I said every 5 minutes I'm going to give him a call because he was running late. It was about 15-20 minutes late. I kept calling. I'm a routine based guy, so I have a schedule right. And I asked him the day before, how long will this interview last? Because I like to schedule things and have an idea what to do right after that. And he said about 30 minutes. I said, okay. So we scheduled it for 7:30. He didn't specify what time, but it's best to be early. I'd rather be early than late. It's best to assume it's as early as possible in the context of 7:30 a.m. and 8:30. 7:30 p.m. So I scheduled it for 7:30. And it changed the structure of my day because adjacently before the call, I had a whole different structure for the day and I had to change it, adapt. Life's all about adapting, man. And like what Floyd Mayweather said, a true champion can adapt to anything. And so I called him, emails, messages, and yeah. I called him first time, no reply. I was like, it's not 8 o'clock yet. I'll continue to call him. I waited about 5-10 minutes. Called again. A funny thing was, he was still in bed. How did I know? Why I knew because his voice, he sounded so tired. I know his eyes were like this. Go, he said, go then. I said, it's 7:30 p.m. And bearing in mind, I did all the mental exercises within the span of 2 hours and 30 minutes. People underestimate the power of getting up early, working out hard. When I finished my run, I was sweating. After cleaning it, felt really good. It's one of those ones where you get the sponges all wetty. I'm bold, so things dry a lot quicker. But even so, my head was so sweaty and it's just dripping. Which I see as an accomplishment. I was wearing a tank top as well, so when I'm running, I don't have to iron my clothes, so it's more so all the sweats on my armpits, and so I did that. And I dropped the water on my head, gave it a little dry. It's winter, so my towel takes quite long to dry, so I had to use tissue and whatnot. Because I already washed it the day prior, so my towel was still wet. Then I use a hair dryer because everyone was sleeping, and iron's not sufficient enough. But I just make this video to say, man, you can really run through these motherfuckers simply through working out. I did the mental exercises for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I was serious because I was really scared. So I was like, I need to commit to my job, which is sales, which I don't want to do, by the way, but I know I have to do it to work at 9 to 5. It was actually 9:30 to 6:30, so it's really 9 hours. But I know this will set a great foundation for future occurrences in my life when I can actually work by myself, provide value online, to which in turn I'll live a pretty cool life and do whatever I want and have the money to do whatever I want. Buying the freedom. I make this video to say that's for competition. It's really easy. After doing all that mental exercise, all the anxiety gone. I had a strong, masculine voice in the call. And then I called him, and no shade to him. I'm sure we maybe have different schedules, but I was just like, oh, I can tell I was just tired. Imagine you wake up in the morning, you just say this firm, masculine, strong voice, ready, assertive to pursue what he wants. You gotta stay hard, man. Be ready at all times. Now I need to change my schedule up again and actually schedule for 7:30 p.m. rather than a.m. Guess it's an L and L both upper halves. Him for not specifying whether that be AM or PM, and me for being early. However, it's like, well, at least I was prepared, and I did 2 hours and 30 minutes, 2.5 hours of mental prep now, so that come PM, it'd be a piece of cake. So, we really won. I think I won. Not that it kind of is a competition. Life is competition, but it's just getting ahead of everyone, man. You wake up early, you do your stuff, you do what needs to be done, you will thrive long term. And I think what I accomplished now is something to be proud of, and I'm impressed. If you're watching this video, I applaud you. You're probably on self-improvement. You're probably disciplined also. So keep going. I need to take an example as well because I always preach positive things and self improvement on my channel. So I need to live the life as well, and that's what I'm doing right now. Scared, but I still pursued it. Keep going, man. Whatever you're going through, just gotta look in and stay hard, stay in the fight. Catch you in a bit.